A record number of visitors pouring into the Palm Beaches. Last year, Palm Beach County experienced a surge in tourism that saw millions coming to the area and billions of dollars spent by those visitors. What's behind this boost and can it last? Let's go on the record.
From WPBF 25, this is On the Record with Nathalie Pozo.
Good morning and thank you so much for joining us. Compared to 2023, last year saw a 4.6% increase in the number of visitors coming to Palm Beach County. In total, nearly 10 million people came to explore the area and spent more than $7 billion. This all added up to an economic impact of about $10.5 billion. To help explain what is behind this boost and if this kind of growth is sustainable, we have now with us Milton Segarra, the president and CEO of Discover the Palm Beaches. Milton, thanks so much for being here with us.
Our
nice
pleasure.
to see you
Thank
again.
you so much for the invitation. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about the numbers. Were you surprised by them? What's behind it?
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. We're so excited. And the fact of the matter, this is the result of many years in the planning and the making. You know, we have a phenomenal team in place, professionals really taking care of this. The support of the TDC, Tourist Development Council agencies, the Cultural Council, the Sports Commission, the Film and TV, our sales initiative, and our approach into a marketing technology platform that is putting us ahead of the curve, really identifying the needs and the expectation of our potential visitors and really targeting them. And on top of that, the support of our local stakeholders. That combination is what has driven those numbers to the point that we are having a record year, and hopefully we will be able to sustain that level of growth in the future as well.
What do you think are some of the top drivers?
Well, you know, technology is key. And we have invested a significant amount of resources into creating a new platform, a marketing technology, in which is helping us to catapult to a more forecasting, a better forecasting model to really tag and identify the markets and the expectations and the soft periods that we might have in the business and in the upcoming seasons to really portray and put the marketing dollars behind the efforts. And that is driving engagement, and at the end is driving visitation to the destination.
And where are the people coming from? Are we talking about other parts of Florida, different states, different countries?
Well, that's a great question. You know, New York is our #1 market, but based on the data-driven approach that we have and the demographic access that we have to a lot of information, we're targeting different areas. For example, Miami and Broward counties are key for us. You know, those are driving markets that are consistently. But also we have done phenomenal efforts in Dallas and Houston in Texas. And also on those secondary markets, like for example, Cincinnati, Los Angeles, Indianapolis, that they have flights, seasonal flights, we have done that, plus excellent sales efforts to bring groups and conventions that we have seen a phenomenal growth in those specific. When you put all of that together, is that you see that growth, that it's right now over close to 10 million passengers and visitors this year, but most importantly, Nathalie, the economic impact, $10.5 billion, which is impacting the quality of life and quality of place of all of us here in the Palm Beaches.
Do you think, Milton, that having a sitting president, the presence of a sitting president here in Palm Beach County is also driving that? I mean, we've seen President Trump come back to Mar-a-Lago several times since taking office in January.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of experts, and we concur with that approach, has said, you know, the fact that we have a sitting president, like in 2016 as well, coming as frequently as he has done, it does have an impact. You know, when he won the election, that 60-day period between November and December, the planning of his presidency took place here. Mm-hmm. And we have seen how immediately he took the presidency, he's been coming quite often to Mar-a-Lago. And that brings additional business that, of course, has impacted. But that's phenomenal because it's on top of the other initiative we had in place that are paying off. So when you put all of that together, is that we see this robust growth.
And it seems that compared to his first term in office versus now, there's a lot more, I guess, planning going on here out of Palm Beach County. You're hosting more senators, more lawmakers, more foreign officials. I know it was happening during the first term here, but
Correct.
It seems like we're seeing it a lot more during the second.
Seems to be the case. Besides, every time he comes, there is a component of security and to safeguard the president, so that Secret Service and all of that comes to the destination as well. But the thing is this, we're taking advantage of that because every time he's here, you know, the eyes of the world are here. And we want to make sure we maximize that opportunity and people can, you know, through that, understand who we are, what we offer. And maybe that is initially focused on the politician as our president, but we can obviously insert the destination into that by showing who we are, by showing the different things we have to offer. Obviously, the beach is our #1 asset, but the rest of the things we have, the outdoors, the sports, the culture, the culinary, the shopping, it's something that we have
Film has something that's been happening here too.
I mean, our film commissioner, Michelle Hillary, she has done a phenomenal job, and the numbers we're seeing from the film commissions are record-breaking as well. So it's, once we have that visibility, the rest can come in from sports, from culture, from film, obviously from us. So that's an opportunity we're taking a lot of. We're putting a lot of effort to make sure we're successful.
Yeah, you have TGL too. I mean, you're naming all these things, and it's just coming to mind. All those,
it's
there's
one after
so
the
much,
other,
right? Yeah, we have
one after
TGL
the
here
other.
in Palm Beach Gardens. So, what hurdles does Palm Beach County face now when it comes to growing tourism even more?
Well, you know what? That's a phenomenal question. And for that, we want to really listen to our stakeholders, to our elected officials and the residents. And there is a process in place. It's called the Love the Palm Beaches Master Plan. It's an effort driven by the county in conjunction with the TDC and all of us, the agencies, in which we're trying to get the information about what are the expectations, how do we want to look in the next 10, 20 years as a tourism industry, as a destination? What are the things we should do? What are the things we shouldn't be doing? What type of tourism we need to ask questions about? Do we need to double the size of tourism to consider that we are successful or not? What type of models we need to bring so it brings some sustainability into not only the big cities like West Palm Beach or Boca, but what about Wellington or other cities that we have? We represent 39 cities across the county. So I believe this project will help us to create the visitor management policies that will safeguard the growth of our industry, making sure that while we comply and we grow the business, we take in consideration what our residents, what they want and what they don't want.
Well, Milton, it seems like you guys are on the right track. Thank you so much for coming by this morning. Always wonderful to see you. Coming up after the break, building up of Palm Beach County, we're going to sit down with a local hotel developer weighing in on the tourism boost.
ArmorView replacement windows and doors shield you and your family by shutting out the noise, keeping in the heat and the cool, protecting against nature's harshest elements. Schedule your free consultation and buy 2 windows, get 1 free.
WPBF 25 First Warning Weather is preparing you for the upcoming hurricane season. I'm Chief Certified Meteorologist Chris Martinez. Join me live in New Orleans at the National Hurricane Conference, where I'll speak one-on-one with storm experts and emergency leaders. Plus, the new science regarding tracking hurricanes and important information all newcomers and longtime Florida residents need to know. Monday at 4, 5, and 6, only on WPBF 25 News.
This week on Matter of Fact, battling screen time.
We were both really addicted to our tech.
How these teens are now helping others take a break from smartphones.
At Ox Floors, we do business different than the other guys. We don't buy our floor coatings from a supply chain or distributor and then resell them. We formulate, test, manufacture, and install our very own floor coatings and sell them direct to you. No middleman. So if you're looking to upgrade your garage, patio, pool deck, or driveway, do what thousands of satisfied Ox customers have done. Buy factory direct and save. Go to oxfloors.com to redeem your 30% manufacturer's rebate.
Experience the thrill of Barrett-Jackson, April 24 through 26 at the South Florida Fairgrounds. Hundreds of no-reserve collector cars will cross the auction block, each one selling to the highest bidder. Explore the vibrant exhibitor marketplace and interactive sponsor displays. Savor a variety of dining options and feel the adrenaline rush with high-speed thrill rides and hot laps. It's an action-packed event for the whole family. Advance tickets are on sale now for the world's greatest collector car auctions in Palm Beach at barrettjackson.com.
I'm Jill Hazu.
And I'm Erin Burns.
And we invite you to join us for Total Retirement with Ernie Burns, where we discuss wealth management, estate planning, and more.
Ernie was named Forbes' Best In-State Top Financial Security Professional in 2024. You don't want to miss it.
ArmorView Replacement Windows and Doors provides superior safety and security for your family and home with custom-fit windows and doors that stand up to nature's harshest elements and live up to Florida's strictest industry standards. Schedule your free consultation and buy 2 windows, get 1 free.
You're watching On the Record on WPBF 25.
Welcome back. We are continuing our discussion of Palm Beach County's record-breaking number of visitors last year and what this means going forward. I'm joined now by Scott Webb, the president of Coulter Hospitality. Scott, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Talk to us a little bit about Coulter Hospitality and how this kind of fits into the landscape of South Florida.
I'm happy to. So Coulter Hospitality, we delivered our first hotel in Palm Beach Gardens in December of 2008. We delivered our second hotel in West Palm Beach, our Hyatt Place, in February of 2009. Currently, we own 16 hotels across the state, 5 of which are in Palm Beach County. In Palm Beach County, we have the Hilton Garden Inn here in Palm Beach Gardens. We have our Hyatt Place in West Palm Beach. We have our Hyatt Place in Delray Beach, which we just finished completing a multi-million-dollar renovation on in December 24. We own the Marriott Courtyard in Delray Beach and the Hyatt Place in Delray Beach. Coulter Hospitality and Coulter Group, which is our parent company, have maintained offices in Palm Beach County for more than 2 decades. We live, we work, we play here. We love the area.
So in those 2 decades, have you noticed a significant increase in the amount of visitors coming to Palm Beach County?
Absolutely. I mean, the interesting thing is the market has gone, Florida in general has gone from sort of a seasonal market, if you will, where season was busy, off-season was really low. Currently, for the last 6 or 7 years, our hotels, other than the pandemic, obviously, our hotels have maintained just around an 80% overall occupancy level. So it really is a 12-month-a-year market now. There's rate differentials, but realistically, it's become a very strong market for us.
What are some of the trends that you're seeing?
One of the trends we're seeing, business travel, because of the pandemic, everybody knows business travel went away. And it's back, but not back to where it was prior to the pandemic. I had to hazard a guess. I've read lately, it's probably about 85%. But the interesting thing that has come out of that is what we in the industry call bleisure, which is business and leisure travel combined. So you're seeing a lot of business people that didn't need to travel, they don't feel they need to travel anymore 21, 22 days, they can travel 17, but they're now factoring in weekend stays, family, friends, and that's really helping the off-season business. So it was kind of a unique opportunity that's just happened over the last few years.
Do you see it? Do you feel that the off-season is maybe growing a little bit more than it was in the past?
It is. We're seeing that. Yes.
Right. What have you guys seen so far this year?
This year has been a very strong year for us. Pleased to say we're outperforming our budgets, which is nice. And this year is looking really strong for us.
So several developers have had their eyes set on West Palm Beach. There's a lot of potential there, obviously, for growth. What are your goals for the tourism industry?
We remain the same. Like our goals are to provide great guest experiences, memorable moments, but also maintaining and improving our relationship with our team members. I mean, for me, the most important people in our hotel are our team members. The front-facing team members are everything to us. They're our ambassadors, if you will. So my philosophy is if we take care of those people, do what we do, help them promote, help them take care of their families, then that translates into great experiences for guests. I think that the development, what the Bureau, the BAB has done for this market has been incredible. I mean, you look at the amount of businesses they have brought, West Palm Beach and Palm Beach County in general is going to grow exponentially, and we're proud to be a little part of that.
And what do you guys do moving forward to be a part of that growth?
We're looking for development opportunities. We're looking to buy existing hotels in the market. We've taken a run at a few just in Palm Beach County.
Would that possibly be maybe in some areas that people don't necessarily go to right now for their vacations, or are you just focusing on more of those hot spots here in Palm Beach County?
For us, our focus has always been high-density urban and suburban markets, strong walkability, multiple demand generators. You want 7-day-a-week business. So guest experiences are being to get out, walk around, enjoy the environment, explore. And to do that, you need to be in markets like downtown West Palm Beach, downtown Palm Beach Gardens, downtown Boca, those kinds of things. So that's kind of what our strategy has been.
Yeah, you'd look at a place though like Delray Beach probably, 10, 15 years ago. Maybe it's a place that you wouldn't have gone, but now it's totally different, right?
Now it is totally different. It is an incredible market, Delray Beach. And I mean, Delray Beach throughout the year is just, you walk on Atlantic Avenue on a Tuesday in August, it's still packed.
Absolutely. All right, Scott Webb with Coulter Hospitality and Group, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Our conversation continues this morning after the break. Palm Beach County has seen increasing number of visitors for years now. It's what we're talking about, but is this kind of growth sustainable or will it come to an end? We're going to sit down with a local professor sharing his insights.
Steingert Green and Finer.
Steingert Green and Finer won my case and I got $300,000.
Involved in a car accident? Call Steingert Green and Finer. 1-800-561-1111.
WPBF 25 News Mornings and Good Morning America.
The new driving force in severe weather coverage. The WPBF 25 First Warning Weather Live Tracker.
The most technologically advanced weather vehicle on the road.
Taking you inside the storm real time so you can prepare.
With street level accuracy.
Right down to your neighborhood.
Trust WPBF 25 First Warning Weather, keeping you safe, informed, and prepared. The WPBF 25 First Warning Weather Live Tracker. Powered by Snyder AC Plumbing and Electric.
Give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where southern winds heard a discouraging word and the skies are dark cloudy all day.
For your home and your range. Bad Boy. Power, performance, attitude.
We were born on the battlefield and answered the call when America needed us most. From the original Freedom Machine came the original SUV, and we build every Wrangler and Gladiator right here in Toledo. The Grand Cherokee and Grand Wagoneer, built right here in Michigan. We've always stood for American freedom. Now with our Freedom of Choice pricing program, you can choose your offer. Cash incentives or employee pricing for all. Jeep, America's most patriotic brand. Then, now, forever.
There's something about the people of Florida that makes us go the extra mile. Do our part, big or small. At FPL, we're working every single day to ensure you have electricity you can count on, using cost-effective, diverse energy sources to deliver reliable electricity while keeping bills as low as possible. We're honored to serve Florida for 100 years. FPL, working for you every single day.
Steingert Green and Finer.
Steingert Green and Finer got me a settlement which was completely life-changing and one of the biggest blessings I could ever wish for.
Call Steingert Green and Finer. 1-800-561-1111.
Welcome back as we continue our discussion on Palm Beach County's tourism boost. I'm now joined by Peter Ritchie, a professor and also director of FAU's hospitality management programs. Peter, thanks so much for being here with us this morning. So all morning we've been talking about the growth here in Palm Beach County when it comes to tourism. Is this something, in your professional opinion, that we can just kind of keep the momentum going on here, or can this come to an end?
We're trying wholeheartedly to keep the momentum going on forever. The Palm Beach is still an unkept secret that's getting broader and broader notoriety. And, you know, in my role, my job is to continue the workforce and develop people to be excited about tourism. I've had the pleasure to live here almost 50 years, and tourism's our lifeblood. And it grows and grows. So I'm excited. This is an exciting time.
What are some of the changes that you have seen, like major changes, would you say, in the last decade or so?
Growth in hotels, growth in offerings to visitors, a focus on sustainability. a focus on Florida's vast destination overall, with more thinking about all the opportunities a visitor has when they're here versus our historical, we have attractions, Orlando comes to mind, South Florida comes to mind, but getting people to explore all of the Palm Beaches, taking an airboat tour, going to the west part of the county, going to Lion Country Safari, also going to the beach. So an education both to the local population and to the visitors of just how great we are.
We talked about this with one of our prior guests, just the fact that we have the presence of a sitting president here right in our backyard. What kind of an influence do you think that has?
I get this question a lot, and it's a tremendous impact, because if you think about the myriad staff, personnel, visitors that are associated with that, from security to aviation to extra flights to more people interested in the local community as if they were going to Washington, D.C. to see the White House, instead coming here. Better weather, more beautiful, so why not come to Florida to try and catch a glimpse? So there are tremendous increases in different ways for tourism, whether it's food suppliers, whether it's events that are happening that are ancillary. There's all different angles. So yes, it's a definite impact.
Do you think, though, that this could ever be like a Washington, D.C.? I mean, when you're walking down Pennsylvania, I mean, I feel like you can see the White House in person. You could see all of the, the Lincoln Memorial, all of that, the MLK statue. You could see all of that up close and personal. But here, it's like you walk near Mar-a-Lago and you're not going to see much. And if you're on a boat, you're just going to see kind of the back part of it and keep going.
Well, we have so many things to see around and about. That's what makes us a different destination. And the weather's far superior. Mm-hmm. So it's a beautiful thing to see. And the Palm Beaches, we are a combination of Florida in terms of attractions, but we also have the beaches, we have shopping, we have all of that. So it's going to be very different from a Washington, D.C. visit, but it's going to be better. It's always better.
So we're talking about growth, and we're talking about just, the tourism that it's bringing in, obviously the dollars it's generating for our local economy here for the state of Florida. What does that do to the real estate market here?
It's fantastic for real estate. It's actually fantastic for education. In my role, we've had the highest number of applicants we've ever had, because why would you not want to study tourism in Tourism Wonderland? And we have campuses in north part of Palm Beach and in Boca, in south part of Palm Beach. So real estate goes right along with that. More interest in visiting. You see how beautiful it is. You want to buy a second home, a condo, a vacation rental. So it's just great all the way around. And again, if you go back to your sitting president comment, the more people that we have here for the various reasons, the more people will get exposed to the Palm Beaches.
And you're talking about the increase that you have seen over at FAU. We do have to mention, though, that part of that has to do with that men's basketball team a few years ago going to March Madness,
Go
right?
Owls, absolutely.
We got to put that out there for sure. So even though real estate, is growing here, the condo crisis that we're kind of dealing with here in Florida, the high insurance costs, not really keeping people away?
Well, you hear about that. It's always a challenge. Think about our location. We've always had different challenges at different times, whether it's the impact right after a hurricane, whether we've had a particularly hot summer, whatever it is, but we always find a way to work with that. Right now, there are many movements to help with the insurance crisis, as well as property tax. So the Palm Beaches is a great value, a great long-term investment, and it's a great place for visitors and residents. And one of the things that's often overlooked, our population as a state has grown tremendously in the past 50 years that I've lived here. With population growth come people that have moved here for the first time, bringing their friends and family to visit. Mm-hmm. So it's a normal outcome of tourism to increase when population goes up. That also leads to real estate sales. So it kind of all goes together.
Hand in hand,
Hand in hand.
Peter, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank
Peter
you.
Ritchie with FAU. Our conversation continues right after this.
Watch the most experienced local morning team, WPBF 25 News Mornings.
With Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, you can access your FICO score in a snap.
I mean, what I would give to be able to make art on this scale.
You will one day.
but it's equally important for you to be thinking about your future, building credit.
Dad, Fargo, what's my FICO score?
Wow, it's a work of art.
Do you, Fargo?
That was corny, but I'll take it.
You can. Visit wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Driving the Nissan Rogue with Google built in is like the perfect assist.
Hey Google, add basketball hoop to the shopping list.
See why it's been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 11 years in a row. Drive the award-winning Nissan Rogue today.
Now get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months or get a low $259 per month lease on Rogue.
Everyone knows Stanley Steamer is the one to call for professional cleaning. But did you also know we're the ones to call in a water emergency? With a fleet of over 3,000 vans, we get there fast, 24/7. Our certified technicians remove the water you can see and the water you can't. They thoroughly test every area and document it all for your insurance company. We hope this never happens to you, but if it does, call 1-800-STEAMER.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Bathfitter knows what you're looking for. The perfect style for your bath remodel with the look of tile you want. New textures, shapes, and styles. Works with your budget, low maintenance. With no messy grout to clean. Quality and beauty that lasts, backed by a lifetime warranty. Sounds like Bathfitter styles are your match. And with new designs, now there's even more to love. Time to set a date. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Thank you, President Donald J. Trump, for securing our border and putting America first. Now, President Trump has a clear message. If you are here illegally, we will find you and we will deport you. You will never return. But if you leave now, you may have an opportunity to return and enjoy our freedom and live the American dream. America welcomes those who respect our laws because a strong nation is a safe nation.
Thank you for making us a part of your morning. We encourage you to be part of our discussion each and every Sunday right here at 10 a.m. You can watch this morning's On the Record and every episode on our website, WPBF.com. Have a wonderful Sunday. We'll see you again next week.